Uh, Assalamualaikum. Nama saya Muhammad Dini Syirfan bin Muhammad Fadil. Nombor metrik F1998. Saya akan terangkan untuk situasi yang pertama. Saya menggunakan teknik singular queue. Sebab apa saya menggunakan teknik ini? Sebab uh, dia mudah lah. Sebab Adam dia dia bermula pada song yang pertama dan berakhir pada song yang kelima. Dia mengikut urutan. Bermaksudnya, dia macam song satu, song dua, song tiga, song empat, song lima. Macam ni, kita boleh tengok. Saya bermula dengan step pertama, create queue. Lepas tu saya masukkan song pertama, and queue. Sebab apa? Uh, dia bermula dengan song pertama, song kedua, song ketiga, song empat dan terakhir song lima. Dan bab kata soalan, dia nak repeat untuk mendengar song yang kedua. Jadinya, dia akan bermula balik pada song satu, song dua untuk repeat pada song yang kedua. Tapi kalau dia nak repeat ke semuanya, tidak ada masalah. Dan kalau dia nak add lagu sekalipun, tidak ada masalah dan tidak ada problem. Cuma, dia kena bermula daripada song satu, song dua dan song sampailah habis. Untuk seterusnya, ini adalah explanation yang saya katakan tadi. Untuk seterusnya, saya akan terangkan untuk situasi yang kedua. Situasi ini adalah berkaitan dengan yang Ahmad dia search Google tentang website lah. Okay, apa yang kita boleh tengok kat sini akan teknik stack. Okay, saya first adalah create stack, iaitu browser. Yang pertama saya menggunakan push. Sebab apa? Kita tengok pada situation Ahmad dia bermula dengan type www.google.com. So, saya akan menggunakan push. Okay. Yang ketiga, saya menggunakan saya akan pushkan www.policc.cdos.com. Sebab apa? Selepas dia buka Google, dia terus ke website policc.cdos. Selepas policc.cdos, dia search untuk YouTube pula, www.youtube.com. Selepas dia buat YouTube, dia melayari website YouTube. Sebab apa saya buat pop? Sebab dekat situation, dia kata, if Ahmad click on back button from CDOS. Okay, maksudnya, dia keluarkan. Dia dah berada di website YouTube, so dia tekan back. Ini bermakna website YouTube tu akan hilang. Sebab apa? Dia kembali back to website Policc CDOS. Okay, back to Policc CDOS. Dia kembali. Seterusnya, dia melayari website www.visualgo.net. And the last step is push www.visualgo.net. Sebab apa saya menggunakan teknik stack ini? Sebab apa? Stack ini dia menggunakan teknik LIFO, iaitu last in first out. Bermaksud yang mana datang akan masuk dulu, yang dia akan keluar. Itu saja daripada saya. Terima kasih.
Good morning, madam. My name is Selvi, metric number F1994. So today I would like to explain the question 3, which is suppose X, Y, Z fast food restaurant have a record of restaurant operation. So the record as in table 1 that we attach in the slide. So let's see the solutions for this question. So first of all, we should create queue, which got 6 elements. So step 2 is NQ60 into the first element, which using the FIFO concept. So step 3 is NQ25 after the previous element. So step 4 is NQ80 after the previous element. Step 5 is NQ50 after the previous element. Step 6 is NQ5 after the previous element. Step 7 is NQ0 after the previous element. So now we are going to do DQ. Step 1 is firstly DQ the first element from the front, which is 0. So we DQ 0 here. Step 2 is DQ 30. Step 3 is DQ 30 again. Step 4 is DQ 50. Step 5 is DQ 85. And then last, we are going to DQ 45. So these are the final answer for the questions. So thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, my name is Muhammad Zari Murad bin Muhammad, F1023. So, in situation 4, the question is, Smart Technology Sendirian Berhad is an IT company that run the business on software development. The company president, Mr. Anik, wanted to reorganize their organization chart due to new employment for year 2024. Mr. Amar is still remain as Vice President, Miss Eileen as a Secretary, Mrs. Monica as Manager for Finance Department, Mr. Haziq as Manager for Research Department, and Mr. Lim as Manager for Development Department. Every department have one supervisor and two staff under supervision except for Development Department. He then recruit two new staffs for Development Department, which are Mr. Saiful and Mrs. Anis, to be supervised by Mr. Henry. Okay. So in this situation, I'm gonna use trees. So here are some explanation about trees. Tree data structure is a collection of data node which is organized in hierarchical structure recursive. In tree data structure, every individual element is called as node. Node in a tree data structure stores the actual data of that particular element and link to next element in hierarchical structure. Each node can have zero or more children. A node can have at most one parent. Okay, so we go for the solution. Step one, create first node Mr. Anik as the root node. So we create Mr. Anik to be the first node as the root node. Okay, and then we add all node for level 1, which is the workers that work under Mr. Anik. That is Mr. Amar, Vice President, Miss Eileen, Secretary, Mrs. Monica, Finance Manager, Mr. Haziq, Research Manager, and Mr. Lim, Development Manager. Okay, after that, insert all child node from level 1 to level 2. So this is level 0, and this is level 1, this is level 2. We insert all child from level 1 to level 2. So we have supervisor as child for Mrs. Monica, and another supervisor as child for Mr. Haziq, and the new employee, Mr. Henry, as a new supervisor for Mr. Lim. Okay, and then we insert all the node left into level 3. So, um, every department must have at least one supervisor and two staff. So for finance department, we have supervisor and two staff. For research department, we have also one supervisor and two staff. And for development department, we have Mr. Henry as a supervisor, and we have a child of Mr. Henry, which is staff lah of Mr. Henry. That is Mr. Saiful and Miss Anis. Okay, so in this tree, there are root, parents, child, sibling, and leaves. So for root, root is Mr. Anik, and for parent, we have Mr. Anik, Mrs. Monica, Mr. Haziq, Mr. Lim, Supervisor 1, Supervisor 2, and Mr. Henry. And for child, we have Mr. Amma, Miss Eileen, Mrs. Monica, Mr. Haziq, Mr. Lim, Supervisor 1, Supervisor 2, Mr. Henry, Staff 1, Staff 2, Staff 3, Staff 4, Mr. Saiful, and Miss Anis. And for siblings, we have Mr. Amar, Miss Eileen, Mrs. Monica, Mr. Haziq, Mr. Lim, Staff 1, Staff 2, Staff 1, Staff 2, Mr. Saiful, and Miss Anis. And then for leaves, we only have two notes, which is Mr. Amar and Miss Eileen. So that's all from me. I will pass the next situation to my friends. Thank you.
For situation 5, suppose ABC Syndrome Berhad, have a record of employee. It has following data as in table 2. So this is the table 2. In the table 2, we have employee number, employee name, employee salary, and department name. Here, employee number can be taken as key for sorting the records in ascending order. Then you have to search an employee with employee number 060, so you don't require to search the complete record. Uh, this is the employee number. Okay, for the situation, I'll use insertion sort method. So the first step of insertion sort method, I put the bar between 060 and 030. It because I want to move the lowest number to the left and the biggest number to the right. So uh, for the step 2, I move the bar between 060 and 090. Step 3 and step 4 also use the same thing. For the step 3, I move the bar between 090 and 050. And for the step 4, I move the bar between 090 to 010. For the step 5, I move the bar to number 090 and 020. And the step 6, uh, I move the bar between number 090 and 080. For the step 7, I move the bar to 090 and 070. And for the step 8, the last step, I move the bar to the right number 090. So as you can see, from the left we have the lowest number and the biggest number is 090. That's why I use the bar make to move the number from the right number. You see the right number uh is the lowest number, and then I put the bar so the number will be at the left to determine to identify that is the lowest number. So the new table should be like this. Okay. Next, to search an employee with number 060, we will use binary search. Okay. Step 1. Uh, you have to take the index, the lowest index and the biggest index. So the lowest index is 0 and the biggest index is 8. So we have to add. After we add 0 plus 8 and we divide by 2, and the answer is 4. So as you can see, the index of 4 is 050. So the middle is 050. So we want the number 060. Okay. 0 060 is 050 is less than 060. So we have to delete the number uh less than 060. For the step 2, we have 4 index. So we have to choose the lowest and the biggest index. So 5 plus 8 uh divide by 2, uh so 5 plus 8 divide by 2 equals 6. So the middle is uh so the middle so the middle index is 6. So so the key the key is 060 and the middle is 070. So we have to delete the number, the biggest number, the bigger number than 060. So the for the step 3, we only have one index. Uh, so we have to add 5 plus 5 divide by 2 equal 5, and the middle is 5 and the key is 060. So that's the result we want. So this is the result would show. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.